What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We have 22 hours and 20 minutes left in this day here, the 19th of May. We had a bearish engulfing candle to close yesterday, 4% to the downside. It's not ideal, but hey, man, the weekend is the weekend. You know, sometimes we just get some non-ideal price action. What's not ideal about it is, first off, it's a bearish engulfing candle. Secondly, it does give us this look of rejecting the overbought zone. On the bright side, we haven't gone quite up to the overbought zone yet, but if we persist lower, this can look like a rejection of the zone. So I think right here, if we can move up, a bounce off the 60 would look really good. Closing today green would definitely trump this rejection over here. So I think closing today green is a good idea, right? Whether it's 1% or 10% or 100%, I don't care how green it is, but just close green. You know what I mean? Give us some kind of area to bounce from. It looks to me, just looking at the price, taking the RSI out of the equation, if we're just looking at the price here, looks like we've found resistance right here, right? Right here we found resistance. We broke out, and now we're back testing that resistance as support. That's what it looks like to me. So, and support, I think we are finding that right here. We're wicking down here and finding support on a wicking basis at these closing levels for resistance, and then we're closing here, closing at support, prior resistance on a wicking level for support here. So we're showing support in multiple ways at this prior area of resistance. This tells me that we're loading up. We're ready for this next move up. I really do believe OnyxCoin this week is going to see a stupendous couple of days, or stupendous multiple, like few days, handful of days, a stupendous week. Who knows how long it's going to last, but we're going to see days like this where we're moving up 40% in a day, 30% a day. This was only 25% from open to close, but from the open to the high, that was 63%, right? So we're going to see some crazy days coming up this week, and I think into the end of the month too. I am anticipating that we're on our path higher right now. Maybe this was the ignition back here, because this was the low. This is what like started off this overall move. But I think not yesterday, sorry, three or 4 days ago, this move here on Thursday, this really ignited things. And right now we're loading. This is kind of like our last call moment, and then we're gonna take off onwards to about 5.5 cents, 5.2 cents, 5.6 cents, somewhere around there. That's the expectation, right? We're gonna go somewhere up in here, find some resistance up here, and probably consolidate like we're doing now. Same kind of idea, consolidating right above prior resistance, but do it in respect to this resistance. And then we'll continue on going higher, right? I know a couple of people were saying my 8-cent call by the end of the month doesn't seem likely, and maybe it's not. You know, I wouldn't bet. I definitely would not feel comfortable in the bet. We're here at 2 cents now, that we would see 8.2 cents by the end of May. I wouldn't feel comfortable in that bet. I wouldn't feel comfortable betting against it. That's for damn sure. But I wouldn't feel comfortable betting that we see 8.2 cents by the end of May. First week of June, I could see that happening. I really could see that happening. Maybe second, third week of June, something like that. But we're probably going to be much higher by that time, by the third week of June. I do expect that we see 8.2 cents soon enough. And the only reason I'm saying that we could go here is because if this move is the real deal, if we are breaking out of this bull flag and seeing that kind of measure move, that takes us to about 5.5 cents, 5.6 cents, whatever. It's not common to stop here, right? If we're taking out the measure move here, we're taking out this bull flag measure move. If we're taking that out of the equation, it's really not common to stop here by the way of the fibs. Not common doesn't mean it can't happen. It's just not common. You don't oftentimes stop here. So if we do stop here, it's going to be short-lived. Or maybe we don't stop here and we just press higher and we stop at 8.2 cents. Or maybe I am too bullish. Maybe we don't hit our measure move. Maybe we stop somewhere lower at 4 cents, at 5 cents. And we'll know when we get there, right? And if we stop at 5 cents or 4 cents, maybe we consolidate in this area and then we move up. If we stop here, which would be weird, we'll probably consolidate in this area and then we'll move up, right? Or if we just push on through, which honestly, this would be the less weird option, would be to just push on through to 8.2 cents. That might be where we are by the end of the month of May. And I know people think that I'm just jazzing things up, that I'm just blowing smoke here, but that's not what it is, man. This genuinely, by the way of the fibs, from what I know about the Fibonacci retracement and therefore the extensions too, and the same indicator here, when you break above the 886, which our measure move of this bull flag takes us above that 886, when you break above there, the only place you should be thinking about stopping is your primary target zone, which is the 1618 to the 1272, somewhere in this area. 8.2 cents is the bottom of that range. When you break above this, you think about entering this range, not the bottom of it, but the range, right? So actually, I think 8.2 cents by the end of the month Sounds a little bit more likely than some people might actually think. We'll see. We will see. I'm not saying it has to happen, but just don't be surprised. OnyxCoin does this thing where it will surprise you with how much it grows in a very short amount of time, right? This move surprised me, right? And I was holding the whole way through. I did sell at 1.9 cents, and then we bought back down at the lows, right? Sold some up here, and then we bought back some at like 1.9 cents, whatever. But that move surprised me. It surprised me a lot with how fast it moved up. It consistently, all the way up to 2.6 cents from 0.007 cents. I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed that would happen. This move, we held all the way through this, but this move surprised me too. When OnyxCoin moves up, and I'm sure it surprised all of us who are holding, right? When OnyxCoin moves up, it moves up in a very surprising way. But at the end of the day, it should come to no surprise to anybody who's investing in this thing, right? Where it goes. We're going to look at this whenever it's at 26 to 32 cents or higher by the end of June. Yes, it could be higher, genuinely. We might not be bullish enough. Okay, I doubt it's stopping lower. What, we're going to stop at 15 cents? I doubt it. Like, even in my most pessimistic scenarios, I can't come up with a logical excuse for 15.7 cents. If we break above this area, we're not stopping anywhere else. It's absurd to think that we could stop somewhere in here and not hit the 1886200 area. You break above the golden ratio, you're going up here. There are weird times and absurd times that happen. Sometimes you do just stop in the middle of nowhere for no reason, but we've matched it up perfectly with the Bitcoin chart several times. We've done the math, literally number crunched, and come to the same conclusions. This target area between 26 cents and 32 cents is a very viable option, or higher. Okay, when we're up there, and it's the end of June, right, all the way over here, we make a line that's straight up like this, it's going to feel faster than expected. It's going to feel like we didn't expect it to move this fast. But it's going to be a surprise with how tenacious and robust this move really was. And at the same time, when we're up here, all the people who are up here who can take profits, who've been holding all the way through, they're going to be like, yeah, actually, this was all part of the plan. The people who waited for a pullback, who are preying on OnyxCoin's demise the whole time, only after the fact will they look at it and be like, damn, we knew it was going here all along. What were we doing, man? It might come to a surprise as to how fast OnyxCoin moves, but at the end of the day, when we're up here, you're going to feel like you should have known better. It's inevitable. We are going to 26 to 32 cents. That's what's happening. I'm very, very strongly believing that right now. 2 cents right now. Right above the 0.5, consolidating here. Immediately by the end of this month, we're going to see a move that takes us somewhere either around 5 to 6 cents, if not all the way up to 8.2 cents. This is kind of the area that we're looking for, okay, by the end of the month of May. And it's going to be fantastic. I think it starts right now. I think that this, I don't know what the hell I just clicked. So if I clicked something, I'm sorry. I think you guys should be able to see everything still. Yes, okay. By the end of the month of May, things are going to be good. It starts right now. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame real quick. 4-hour RSI, you guys, this is loaded up and ready to go. It's ready to go. Yes. You broke out of the down, or no, you didn't, I guess, did you? I guess, yeah, you are breaking out of the downtrend a little bit, aren't you? Not really. Okay, so you're still in it. We're looking to break out of it, though. But it is bullishly configured, I would say. The 1 hour also is bullishly configured, yes. Finding support here at the same area that you found support before. Higher lows overall. If we get this low here to a high there, just above the golden ratio. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That's the second time we've seen that, right? There's definitely some insane buying pressure going on. Some people, some traders, speculators who know what they're doing, because this isn't a coincidence. This is the opposite of a coincidence. Look at that. You reached for the golden ratio, but you found support right here. It's almost like you kept trying to go through, but it's like there was some kind of wall preventing you from going down, right? There's so much buying pressure or not enough selling pressure, right? You literally could not go below. You're finding support right above the golden ratio. You did the exact same thing here from a low to a high. Right there. It wasn't more of a wall. It was just like a one and done kind of thing. This is more bullish, less of a grind, more of just an initial pop off. There's some people speculating on this thing, and they're speculating that it's about to rip to the upside. Whenever you reach for the golden ratio like this and you skim it, but you just don't touch it, you fall just shy of hitting it twice in a row, that's not a coincidence. There's people who are sophisticated traders and investors with their eyes on this, with their money on this. They might even be watching this video, I don't know, and they're aware of these key areas that are relative to any kind of consolidation phase, and they're buying it up before it even gets to these areas. We're absolutely going to explode. This week's going to be massive. Buckle up. Buckle up twice. If you got 3 seatbelts, put them all on, man. I want the 5-pointed seatbelt rigged system right now, because shit's about to get wild. Pardon my language to all the 5-year-olds out there, but it is. Things are about to get really, really crazy. I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.